So let's talk about your Chapter 9 homework. Chapter 10 is actually really straightforward and easy, I think. So I wanted to spend some time talking about Chapter 9. And in your first homework, you're going to be reconciling governmental funds balance sheet to a statement of net position. And so in order to do that reconciliation, and you have examples in your book, you're going to start with your total fund balances of your governmental funds. And then you'll look at your amounts reported. In just a second, I'll give you a page number. Amounts reported for governmental activities are different. Well, they're wording it a different way, so I'll word it the way they do. Amounts reported for governmental activities in the statement of net position are different because, I love this reconciliation. And then we have capital assets, and then I'm going to go ahead and type in the rest of this and come back to you. Okay, so I'm back with you now. I typed this in, and you can use page 381, illustration 9.7 as a guide for this problem. And you're given in your problem, you're given the information that you need. You've got your total fund balances, which is given to you. And then you're looking at the amounts reported for governmental activities and why they're different. And then you're reconciling that to the net position. So, and then I believe you're given that as well. Yeah, you're given total net position. So you're basically reconciling total government fund balances to total net position by using this information. And so that's your first homework problem. Your next homework problem, I actually hope that, for me, this kind of helped me pull all of this together, and so I'm hoping it will do that for you as well. So in this one, we're doing an operating statement reconciliation, and we're looking at the city of Edward. So we are doing a reconciliation of the net change in governmental fund balances to the change in net position of governmental activities. And it tells you, hence the illustration 9.8. So we're just going to jump down to that next illustration. And again, you've got your net change in fund balances that is given to you. And you're reconciling that down to your change in net position, which is also given to you in the problem. And so for this one, you'll use, like I said, illustration 9.8 to reconcile that. And so the differences you're going to see there, I'm going to do this one a little bit different. I'm not going to put all the headings because you can see it, but the things you're going to be looking for is governmental funds, reporting capital outlays, I can't talk and type, as expenditures. And you'll see these examples in the book as well. And then you're going to look at some revenues in the statement. I'm not going to type all this out. In the statement of activities, do not provide current financial resources. You'll see that up in your information as well. And then you've got debt proceeds. Gotta find it. Debt proceeds. Provide current financial resources to the government funds, but issuing debt increases long-term liabilities in the statement of net position. So you're going to see the differences there. And then some expenses, just like revenue, some expenses, and you're going to have to watch your positives and negatives. Some expenses do not use current financial resources. So again, you have all of these in your example, and it talks you through them, and so you should be able to figure that out pretty easily. Then your last homework problem, your third one, and this one we're doing a reconciliation of the change. I was going to see if it gave you any hints on this one. Reconciliation of the change in governmental fund balance to the change in net position of governmental activities. And so it's very similar to these, but again, just a little bit different. In this one, we've got the net change in fund balances, governmental funds, and you're reconciling that to the change in net position of governmental activities. So all those times when we're like, why is there a journal entry here, not a journal entry here, this is where we reconcile a lot of that. Okay, and so what you're going to be looking for here, you've got that whole amounts are different because, and then you're going to be looking for governmental funds, report capital outlays as expenditures. You're going to be looking for transactions involving capital assets. Again, watch your pluses and minuses. Bond proceeds, be looking at the impact they have on each one. Increase in accrued liabilities. And revenues that do not provide current. And then you'll reconcile that as well. So you're going to want to look back on page 381, illustration 9.8 for this one as well, and you'll see some of that information that you're looking for. Also, you're going to want to look at the items that are typically different. That's on page 380, and you should get through that homework pretty easily. And then in chapter 10, okay, so for chapter 10, pull your homework over here. This is you only have one homework problem. It is pretty long. And so you're given a statement of net position, you're given statement of activities, and you're given, well, statement of activities 20 and statement activities 21. I guess I should go back and note that. Here's your 20 in 2019 and 2018. And this is year ended 20, year ended 19, year ended 18. Okay, so you're given all of that. And you're given population per year. You're giving debt limit for each of the 3 years. And you're told that net cash from operations is generally 80% of total revenues. So you're asked, first of all, to put an X for the financial performance measures that can be calculated. So you're going to look back at illustration 10.4. And this will be on page 426. And so, for example, an unrestricted net position, you're going to be looking at unrestricted net position and revenue. So do you have that information in order to make an analysis of this ratio? So you'll be looking through your information to see if you have that. Now we know we have revenue. That's given to us. And so like for this first one, okay, so I took a phone call and I can't remember exactly where we were, but this is your problem. And what I was going to show you is in your first ratio, unrestricted net position. For example, for 2020, you're going to be using this 4597 number under governmental activities. And for your total revenue, still 2020, so you have to watch your years. You're going to take your 20,302 right here, total general revenue, plus your 3860, your 1886, and your 495. And those are the numbers you'll use for that first ratio. So you're just going to go down through there and look for the numbers you need for those ratios. If you have questions, if you can't find one of the numbers you're looking for, shoot me an email and I'll help you out with that. But don't wait until Monday. I try to get ahead on this. It's not hard. It's a little bit tedious, but it's a really good, again, overview of trying to see the big picture of how this all fits together.